Liberation greetings to all and sundry. My country people them for Ambazonia, my brave warriors them for we liberation movement. Now accept liberation greetings from me, Comrade John Akuro. Today na Saturday, and this Saturday na the 20th day of the month of September 2025. I'll be delighted for day for year once more for we forget this very important sensitization session again. And I'd glad plenty for all country people where they continue for share these messages of communication, these messages of sensitization. I'd be glad to plenty for all the people where they continue for send me feedback. I want to say all money plays a day. And I want to greet all country people where now we're prisoners of war, with the day for all the dungeons and for the Republic of Cameroon, the one there for Kondengi, for Yaounde, for Bamenda, for Douala, all side. I want to extend hearty salutes to for prisoners of war, with the day for dungeons and across the world, for North America, for Western Europe, and even for some African countries. I want to give plenty salute for all owner, and I want to recognize on a continuous commitment for this liberation movement. At the same time, I want to plenty salute for we business communities, for we buy and sell and them, we meet them whether they do buy and sell and them, we brothers and whether they push truck to truck pushers them, we Okada riders them, or we choke head them. I want to plenty salute for Una, we interurban transporters, plenty salute for everybody, plenty salute for the entire civil society, and in fact, I want to thank everybody for the commitment we will show for this liberation movement. We don't continue to observe the stay-at-home decision this far. We don't already do 2 weeks, and from my understanding, again for continue right up to the 14th of October. I did talk this one because I did hear some conflicting words and they come from some sides and from ground. When I say conflicting, it means that people there for ground. It not even conflicting, I use not the wrong word. Some confusing, the word that one use, and confusing words them. Whether they come from ground, of course, we know say members them for CPD and crime syndicates, they always get their agents where they go try for pass around wrong information when they get no connection with which way it be the order where they be passing out, and that confusion it be meant only for make some of the people then stray out, check say things that don't change with things that never change. So no new order. I don't check all sides. I don't see them, and I don't ask the foot soldiers them on the ground where they communicate and interact with the freedom fighters for know if any changes on any new instructions don't come out, and they say nothing. Because as I talked before, I know the control no group of fighters, and so I no get no direct influence of he give any instructions or for he get any direct updates unless I pass through the foot soldiers the way they interact with them for make sure say me they protect civilian populations, and say me they protect the roads and where they lead with people the way they go for farm to go cultivate for go do agriculture, may they continue for go freely, and for make sure say people where they sick, if they want get movement, make them no disturb any person where they go for hospital. So now the reason that way I did continue to find out more information always from these foot soldiers for share, so that make people they continue for stay safe. So continue for stay for your house. No allow any person manipulate you and confuse you. May you come out outside there, go run into any form of trouble. Because as I be talked before, while the freedom fighters see you for outside, they will mistaken you say you be La République du Cameroon, their colonial forces will be dressed in civilian attire. You come on and for can't check them, and they go run after you. Or La République du Cameroon talks, if maybe one of them they will consider say you be a self-defense fighter where you don't come out to camp for conspire on them. And so whichever way you get double jeopardy. So for be safe, stay for your house, stay safe, continue for take care of picking them, continue for take care of other businesses. The one that they go for farms, continue for going for farm freely and peacefully. So I want to thank all country people them for seeking that one. Before we start this strong story, we will get them for before right ahead. If you just connect, I want to say my country people, if you just connect, I want to say make you take the opportunity, you share the link for this video as much as you feel. share them very well so that make we get other country people them too where they go fit join and where they go fit follow this conversation where it go on. May we start with this talk. You see, at the talk for here, plainly say progress is impossible without change. Progress is impossible without change. Think am. Think am very well. Progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. Progress is impossible without change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. So for progress for day, we must get a change of mind. And how this change of mind did it happen? This change of mind come as a result of things the way we this year, as a result of the way we things that they happen right for we front, and as a result of the information we get them every day for processor, as a result of the kind of treatment we they give we, and as a result of which way you say you study and you see enough for become a reality. Now why do you need to get a change of mind sometimes? And because if your mind no change, progress no go fit ever take place. You no fit control nothing. For this liberation movement, we don't get people then way they don't get fixed minds. Their minds they don't be fixated to a certain kind of thing. Or it be impossible for the people of Ambazonia forget this freedom we will see come because say that Republic of Cameroon a state party, it go for everything, it go make it impossible for we forget that freedom. Or we not go easily get that freedom because the various groups, movements, and organizations they fight against each other, they no go ever agree. And if they no ever agree, means say we no go fit get for anywhere. Or on the grounds, the freedom fighters them they don't be na kidnappers for ransom. Now you and me if you observe am. Say the incidents of kidnapping for ransom don't drop so they at the top of people there on the ground, the fear agree with me say don't go far below 10%. And also because don't be a relentless fight, relentless effort for sensitization, for draw the attention of the people then say people then they will they infiltrate the ranks and they cause all this, they wreak all this havoc. And say people the way they do through the fight now for this freedom, make them do everything for continue, for expose those ones them and for make it difficult for them for operate. Times they pass, days they pass, people they change way they do things. We hear the voices in the bushes when they be talk for the Fako Unity Warriors, when they be announce this lockdown, they be talk very clear. Say mistakes that they will be made in the past and everything they be done now for correct those mistakes. And I believe say that the thing that we where they talk about change of mind. If you be do wrong, you be do things for way you know correct, you say you don't be educated for realize say that attitude be counterproductive. You need for operate what you call a change of mind because now only when you go change your mind with progress will become possible. And now why they talk say people when they know they change their minds, they not fit change no nothing. And I think say would make progress. But again, I wake up by the time when I come for studio, I get this piece of information for this picture we did for my screen right now. Until I get that piece of information, I will be very sad, I will be very worried, I will be very dismayed. Because that picture we see for my screen, they say now a corner where they under fire. And they say so 4 lives lost and community in ashes. We show that they show place where they don't go burn. You and me will know say this burning of houses, burning of location, now they work that for the talks of La République du Cameroon since the start of this liberation movement. Now France, their approach now be that burning houses for exact collective punishment because scorched earth policy for exact collective punishment and for make people they abandon it the way they fight for. So you and me will see say I will call this monitor and read this message. They say the town of Ekona in Moyoka local government area has once again been thrown into mourning after suspected Ambazonia fighters carried out a brutal attack in the early hours of Saturday, September 20, 2025 at Ambele Street Quarter, at Ambele Street Quarter 2B. 4 people were killed and several houses were set ablaze. The victims were accused of being blacklegs, a term used by separatists to describe individuals believed to be collaborating with the government. I want to make this one very clear. When you see this situation, and I don't warn them before say we will see this kind of thing, it will happen. I be warned, say this kind of thing will happen because when this kind of operation they go on, like this moment where people they stay for their houses, people they don't deny for common for road, La République du Cameroon that talks they must bring their own people them for provoke some incident. Because what did they want to do, their objective, I say they want to turn the people against their own wishes and aspirations. This thing will happen na provocation. When you look the way it happen, you will see the kind, I mean the footsteps, the footprints of La République du Cameroon clearly for this kind of action. Listen, when you talk about these black legs, you know say don't happen for Muyuka of late. Na La République du Cameroon, they say they don't suffer very well for this. They don't lose forces very well inside Muyuka local government area. First, we see the two happen for Malende. We see another one will happen for Munyenge. We see other ones where they happen towards Ikona. Plenty talks for La République du Cameroon then fall. And La République du Cameroon go inside Malende, exact collective punishment, capture people, then plenty. Take a minute, they go to pay 1,500,000, 300,000 for bail themselves. I be no, say this burning of houses must happen. And so La République du Cameroon, because they no one say maybe a parent say, nah, they don't can't do this thing with they don't do and since again, what did they go do? They go move boys for DDR. Bring them, can't just make they can't like say now self-defense volunteers them or now freedom fighters and now then can't do this act, burn houses, kill people, so that make the community turn against their people, my country people them for Ambazonia. We must continue for wise every time because when we see them, we know. I wonder the last time we don't get incident where we freedom fighters them come exact this kind of collective punishment, so they burn people houses, say they define na black legs. And we be here the FACO Unity Warriors, they say way they talk. They say mistakes have not been made in the past and they do everything for depart from those kind of mistakes. Let people they like me plenty. We don't desensitize against those kind of things. They say so this one are black, like people they must do it, they will think different from the way we will think. People they will do it, they want to do their things different. But again, we also warn, say if you play the role of informant on either side, no say you put yourself in harm's way. But then we don't usually see say the voices in the bushes, they don't exact some kind of punishment for some people where they say being a black leg. Never would ever see them come burn houses, kill people, then we call burn houses on top. We'll never see that one yet. So this one will happen for the now say La République du Cameroon, they don't try all kind of way, capture the population, capture this, they don't get no information, they get for them conduct this kind of one. They hide behind the fact say suspected. Usually when these voices in the bushes, they want punish some person in a black leg, we don't ever see and they will take those people there. They take and they go keep them, they go interrogate them. We don't see those kind of videos. All we know the trends, all we know the approaches, all we know how it happen. But to come keep with them burn houses, now the standard, now the modus operandi of La République du Cameroon, their colonial forces. That is what they do. Now the things they do, they go do from Gabo, then pretend that the claim say now so-called suspected separatist fighters and go do that thing simply because they be one for hide behind the thing for claims nobody then do. Now when pressure don't come out, Amnesty International, their investigations go very strong, so they reveal them at the end of the day with serious evidence before the government of La République du Cameroon can accept. Say yes, now they be doing with the complicity of other talks them when Bororo boys and also other boys from Donga Mantung, commanded by Ngala Gerard. Ngala Gerard call himself honorable. Here Musa Shameful, we see the mayor for Nkambe. Now the kind thing in that way they do. And I don't want therefore say make we be careful because you'll see a manifestation of this kind of acts. So my country people then, you dey for Fako, you dey for Meme, you dey for Ndian, you dey for Kupe Wanenguba, you dey for Meza, you dey for Momo, you dey for Boyo, you dey for Bui, you dey for Donga Mantu. Respect the ghost town, stay for your house, stay safe. I don't talk this one plenty time and I go repeat them. But in the event, I see in the event will be very unlikely. Say that the voices in the bushes where they talk say they be with freedom fighters. Say that they do this kind of thing. I want condemn them with the last of my energies. For talk say if ever by any chance say they be involved, make they cease and desist from this kind of action. But again, I heard it for come back, I can say, from every indication and questions other ask people on the ground, the timestamp of La Republic be very visible on this thing we see am. So make we continue with Tori we go for before. You see, and why these kind of things that they happen, did it happen now because say those people the way they claim, so they be with political elite, they not be interested for well-being. They never ever condemn any such actions. They never talk anything when La Republic of Cameroon that talks them, they will go out there, they will capture people, then they exact collective punishment for Malende and for Wototu and inside Ekona, the collect people, then kidnap people, then go keep and they collect ransom, so 1 million, 500,000, 300,000, or collect even cocoa in exchange, they will talk nothing. But now as it stands, so as they talk for you like this, you see this thing before everyone see them. Now one of them they share them from forum to forum. The claim say suspected separatists. Now the time that we did the sharp for share very fast. Balok people. Now the only thing I'll call them for them. Balok people. When did they do that in them? Now because they want to make the boulevard they open, make they can't continue for intoxicate with people in their minds, make they go participate for useless elections where no get no bearing for do would we the people of the southern Cameroons, aka Ambazonia. Now, my country people, why would you talk? I talked the other time, say, Joseph John Ngute, we say he be prime minister, head of government for La Republic du Cameroon, but now the most humiliated, the most dejected, the most trampled upon and disgraced prime minister way La Republic du Cameroon said don't ever know. They don't humiliate reach for level where even small picking them for La Republic du Cameroon, they still start social media activism. They don't come begging say make it resign for at least save some of his honor or even just for the sake of his people where they kill him. But you see, they're not reducing that to a marriage. They get just two corridors so if you operate for them. They don't section it to say, okay, if I don't feel king for that, so I feel force myself, at least I feel make my people they continue for check say I be something. Now only for Southern Cameroon where they can show your own demonstration of force. As we see, he come out, Camp Bamenda during lockdown. Come pass with motor, then wing. Then they make siren. Usually that siren for telling people they come off a road. No mass enough the road can't be they empty, deserted. Can they inaugurate all abandoned projects and all unfinished projects and projects away for long time they never ever finish, they never ever go nowhere. Say they inaugurate Bamenda Babaju Road. Say they inaugurate a bridge for my four. As you go see on bridges where they say don't go inaugurate for my four, and when there's some company where they call and say H way will know. H don't do very Mr. Tacham, never say I hate you. I talk now true. H way don't execute some of the worst projects them for inside Bamenda. The all man know H very well. All man know Tacham very well. Very rugged way of carrying out the projects. But you see now the bridges where they say they don't go inaugurate them. Okay, because man not talk so you check say I just the broadcast the bridge way. Now in there you go see that plaque for this. This plaque for it show say now Dion he come he say now on the 17th day of September where he come inaugurate this bridge, and so he can't talk say yes now and for you so others say inaugurate bridge, inaugurate market where they never finish them, inaugurate this and that way not in it, no day they put people to see. They be the first council say they inaugurate gas plant can't reach today nothing they happen for that particular place say gas plant. All those things not just because say they want time for talk say with the people say oh no thing that they happen for here government for La Republic don't do things for here Paul Biya IOP don't do trash. He don't finish, he never even come up go say far. Means he never shake foot go nowhere. Now the bridges will come up for inaugurate them. You see this pole way they down now. Now pole way is supposed to give energy, solar. Now solar pole that way is supposed to give energy for that project, for that road, so that when you pass today, the light will shine for night. The shine me you see and say yes, this bridge they so he did this and all of those things. That thing that we did, but you see, he never shake come out. That's the very same day. No, we said the next day. The very same day by because finish by afternoon, people never feel come out. By the time people come out for the next day on the 18th for morning, now so you see him. As you see him for ground so. Now pull down ready for that akbash. Everything done chakara. As hope say go on, as sure say go on be 3-4 days. We say even the whole thing said put away say bridge don't collapse or fall down, then they start plan other billions again. And you know, I've been talk this thing, I've been make this remark, I've been say, Pa John Ngute, chief of Bogongo village for a Kondo Titi local government area. You the work inaugurate a different side. Maybe now since when they announce Kumba Mundemba Road, no? Now since when? They don't announce Kumba Mundemba Road from time immemorial, where you will still be said director general for ENAM. Before you ever come up for them, go be minister delegate in charge for special duties. Before you can come up for this, say go for prime minister for presidency as minister for special duties. Before you can come up say for them, go end up find yourself, say you be a prime minister, figurehead prime minister, head of government. They don't talk about that road. You know they go inaugurate that one too. For any person with doubt, now that road is now road is.
The Kondo road.
I tell you, no go na see here. Only Maggie for X. Yesterday, banana.
Kondo that is. If you don't know,
Where man is tight? The Kondo road. Sunday day we go stand the camp. Another week for go stand. Every Monday for yes. You get pile. Get to.
You
get pile.
Measure ourselves with that. We go Dikome Balwe, local government area, for inside Dion County. That's the only road that. And the road that becomes so horrible. So we see. Just look at as you see them. They don't make promises, and they even show a symbolic start of construction. By that road, nothing ever happened. Now, elections the approach. See how drivers they find themselves rocked inside mud and everything. But that so-called road say this so na Bekongo. I will show you the other part the other day from Big Ganjo and all of those things. Where it will go it will go past through Bogongo, pass through Lobe, go pass through a Kondo Titi Yet you go and see the here say then they contribute money, they don't contribute 250 million, 300 million, 238 million. You go there for Paul Biya say make it conduct election campaign. People then there for their backyard. They did die. They need just small money so for building a cottage hospital for take care of people enough a day. All that money that they put out, so the people that they put that money for protect their interests or buy, they buy back now the positions where they hold and now so in advance. Nobody say they so they really overgear because and where that money they come up now still money they see back from government, they can't tell us say they don't contribute and generously for Paul Biya. This is exactly who they are and what they have always been. You see all this running, they run up and down, helter skelter. So now because they be check say, because they don't clock Maurice Kamto, where they be na their main challenger for inside the Republic that also call no concern with territory, they will know say they don't clock it down where no go day. But they not be imagine. Say Issa Chiruma Bakari, will it be one of the greatest liars in Christendom on behalf of Paul Biya for inside Paul Biya government. We go resign only yesterday. Just say don't go back for opposition. See, it will become so popular again, so they become a threat. Pictures are like this one will come up from Betwa. Now he did make now Issa Chiruma did so for Issa Betwa. I mean Betwa for his region, for Issa Bulu Beti Ekanlan. They nobody stop Issa Chiruma make go home meetings as they be stop Maurice Campton or not. Because they tell themselves say this will be in a featherweight. But now they don't start confused because some new problems they enter their hands. They don't start see some trend way it worry them very badly. They don't first see the crowd to Issa Chiruma Bakari, they pull them for Garua, for Marua. It go from Yaounde, it work outside, they pull the car, it worry them, it ache their heads. They work very hard for use Bello Boba Maigari for make sure say may they use it for stop Issa Chiruma Bakari because now the thing that way it happen. But even then, the headache for them still be very real. And because that headache be real, it make them their head play. Well, you hear they say they contribute money, they contribute. And they come right for before, no go far. Look, now see Issa Chiruma this. Me, I know be an apologist of Issa Chiruma. I know be a supporter of Issa Chiruma. I know be a fan. You don't get nothing for doing me. Absolutely, this one said that foreign news. But although not foreign news, it concern me because whoever win for that side will get to face we for this situation because they get for come out for we land. So we need for to observe them very keenly. We no get for miss anything wey dey happen for that side because e dey enable we for prepare. Look again, 9 days. Na inside Chiroma that this one now na video for inside Betua. Watch. So these videos, they embarrass la République du Cameroon. They be no say the person will be their big problem na in Maurice Kamto. Now they don't shift Maurice Kamto, put them aside, they see something when they worry them. My country people, they make some very interesting statement here. You know say, when it will be clear for France, say Maurice Kamto now one of the biggest threats. France will pretend like say that the support say no, if find Maurice Kamto, make him be candidate and all of those things, make them leave his candidature. So you see newspaper they talk say, oh, France they put pressure, say make them maintain Maurice Kamto a candidature. France not be stupid people, they know what they will do. France, I don't talk for you, say for France, for Bamileke man, for be president for that country, better they go burn the whole country, finish up. The French, if you don't be clear, you recall that sentiment be common sometimes for Joseph Owonaimao. I would not see even he Pekin, where they call him Mion. That Pekin they call him Mion, where they say aristocracy, where they talk all those things, Onangini, Mathias Eric Onangini, Mion. We say voice that sentiment, say, Bamileke a étudié, jamais. They begin to do all kinds of things to kick out Maurice Kamto. But why they still do it? The French diplomat, the French ambassador for Cameroon, Marchand, will be suspect say how may not be say and so if Chiroma they don't resign for government like this, and then if Maurice Kamto can go be president. If Chiroma he get into agreement, Maurice Kamto now how it will be. I'll be sure for this platform how the French ambassador will convince Issa Chiroma Bakari say make you no enter into any alliance with Maurice Kamto. That is being the event Maurice Kamto be candidate say because if he enter into alliance, they end up saying that Maurice Kamto be president, he go worry France. You know, say for France and for the Republic of Cameroon, they get what they call the North-South axis. What you call the North-South axis. North-South axis means say for France, they know that only two sets of people they will be president for the Republic of Cameroon. Two sets. I talk so for Akere Muna, talk so for O.C. Joshua, talk so for one of the that one you know whether na sector or na who. Any person who can talk say, oh, president. For la République du Cameroon and France, they be clear. Southern Cameroonians, they don't recognize them. So no ever bother yourself no one day because you know they for that carridas with the ability they fit get access to power. Even Bamileke people, they're not out. They must always play the role of outsiders because France no fit trust Bamileke man for take power. So France get what they call the North-South axis. Power fit move only between the people there for the Grand North, that's Adamawa, north and far north, or for south, center, south, and east. For France, now for the Republic du Cameroon end. The rest na appendix, the rest na additions. But now France get a worry, and they get a worry right now. The worry where they get right now now say the Bulu Ekambeti people they tell themselves say for that 1984 they be do too much bad for the Wajo them as they call them, for the Northeast them, and because they do them too much bad, they fear. See, if power go back for Northeast, then the way they be kill their people, the way they treat Aijo cops, the way they be doing for Northeast, they go back and say they go back and they say they know. Say these Hausa people, they not ever forgive. They go always remember and they must exact revenge. So for that matter, they make the fear for say power go back for North. And what they tell themselves say that paper where they put on for ground, where they call it say stratégie de conservation du pouvoir, we give for enable them for keep power until at least 100 years. They wait tell themselves say they never get no better person for replace Biya, and Paul Biya, he says to say lie, he not fit the ex-president because he said no what you don't do. If he be ex-president, he know what he be doing for Ahijo. I know any other person fit do for. He no trust no man, not even his own son, for say if he take over, then leave him in peace. So for he, as long as he did breathe, as long as he never die, he must be president. So now the challenge that be there for before France. But now, would you see what will happen on the ground? The way the shape they go, it show say it go worry. Because right now, na dog get for the eat dog. Now na Issa Chiruma dey in pole position. And from what you want to hear from corridors, it shows say although they say come to don't talk say, but now you see more and more all the people there with the support come to, they don't shift their support now to Issa Chiruma Bakari. Where the show says small time go here say MRC, they don't decide say they endorse Issa Chiruma. Now their problem go dey big problem for LDPC. Now why that way they outside their head they hot. You look documented like this one from one of them, Calix Beyala. Calix Beyala na some strong writer. Some strong writer when na Bulu Ekambeti. We said we don't turn it already against Bulu Ekambeti politics. Long he talks about the supporting Akamto. He say he don't tire the barbarism way they see him and all of those things. Country people, take note for all this things that you feel you go understand why we will talk say make the begin do their fight for the other side, will not be part of their elections, but at the same time we try for monitor what the way it did happen. So Kalis Beyala don't come talk now say she they support now na Issa Chiruma Bakari. And so like people in Cameroon say and say the danger they will take say they don't move, they like say it don't turn side. And France they monitor very closely for say and say make it be say if Issa Chiruma they go into any agreement when Maurice come to make if he be na only say he can na for just can support say make the president make the no get na like that kind of agreement where it happen for Senegal because it is so although their foot still in Senegal but it dey like say the foot then they shake for ground for inside Senegal. France be ready for take chances with any other country except two, La République du Cameroon and Côte d'Ivoire. Now what do you see for Côte d'Ivoire? They holla go up, holla come down. Alassane Drama or whatever they tell them say that they blow na cold air. He made it go nowhere. France now what do France as long as they never get the say no Biya go dey. They when I come back I can't talk about this particular France palaver because I can't do that one on Monday. I'll be sorry if I promise I can't do it before then I no come, but at the come back you go understand exactly why we the people for Southern Cameroon, the people for Ambazonia give the reason for worry and for monitor this election very closely. And then you see then videos are like these ones again where they can't go show them. Where they show people that for like Republic du Cameroon they the whoa woo they the mock, they the cause, they the boo CPDM militants where they pass even right inside Yaounde with CPDM material, CPDM fabric, it go tell you say na Sunday make you don't say this election no go end well. Say Cha must they watch. So you see how they boo them, how they charge them, because the people stand look even that people they wear that CPD uniform. See the road where they pass today. Road don't check. They say they work and they carry the clothes up. They not even work as a free. Now they boo them. Say una they still believe in this camp. Una get the guts to still believe in this camp. Say that work away. So all these kind of images them, it make like the Cameroon their heads the hot inside so badly. Now he make my country people. Now he make even inside Yaounde day some CPDM officials they sit for them, they say they be the commission de l'intendance. That commission of that's the logistic commission for CPDM where they prepare for elections. So they sit one day inside hall, hold one meeting. Now yesterday where it happened. For one sitting, there is 8 800 million. That means almost 1 billion. They raised 800 million. So now for they can support Paul Biya candidature. You did hear fine. So they say among the people the way they raise this money, they say now the 17th, sorry, so now the 17th way it happened, the news come on today when at the 20th, so now 3 days ago, when they sit together, they raised 800 million inside also one sitting. Hear how it happened, because you check this on time, they talk on that meeting, it will be chaired now by who? Now be chaired that meeting. That might chair that meeting, they call him Chimi Evuna Gilbert. Gilbert Chimi Evuna, the big government delegate for Yaounde City Council so one time. So they will be say, oh, he work fine, he work fine. So they say they talk say he work with the coffin for his head because the way he work, people that they make like say they want find trouble, he want embellish the city. City we don't use like Chakara so they go reach on level. Ye the Chimi Evuna they stay for that side from Corbison. And road where they take pass go for a house one time and that road will pass up they call Carrefour Mek. If you know Carrefour Mek, if you know Yaounde very well, you know Carrefour Mek, you know so when you come from Vok Betty, let's say we're going to call this, you go reach for Carrefour Mek, you go either bend the king go that side for Cité or you take left, you go that side for Nkobison. That side they call Nkobison the very road. So you see that Carrefour Mek is not far from Chimi Evunai house. Look, this incident where you see for years so. Now taxi this way, he fall for inside middle road lake. That place where he fall is on a lake where they inside middle road. Now we see human to say à Yaounde ce matin, that is today, this Saturday, the 20th of September 2025. Ce matin, à Yaounde ce matin, sur la route de Mokolo, Carrefour Mek, un taxi disparaît dans un trou béant, se trouvant sur la route débordée par les inondations. That's this taxi falls on the inside hole for inside middle road. The taxi driver, he come on now only by the grace of God, say he be able for hold his breath for some time, may no swallow water, manage come out. You see, I start to see the taxi driver come on now through the booth. Where manage to take hold, so come on a taxi that don't sink, as you see, and so disappear inside lake, for inside middle road, for inside Yaounde. They can't tell you and me. Say, oh no, well, we will bring on a development, we will do na this, we will do na that, and all of those things. Look, this one, Carrefour Mek na inside the heart of Yaounde. And I say, na road where they go for Chimi Evuna. The house, the Chimi Evuna way, he preside over meeting where they raise 800 million for one sitting. You see that the taxi driver that don't struggle still come up for day. He said, look how his motor don't disappear. It's not be river this or not be stream or not be say they come on that for middle road so as you see them for middle road for Carrefour Mek from Corbison. Now then where this is that it happens so. These people not fit help themselves, but they go can't tell you and me say they fit help we. I mean say these people not fit help themselves. They can't tell you and me say they fit help we. This one are for the middle for their city. War no day for day. Look and find. War no day for Yaounde. No. Where they will talk say, oh, look with Bamenda. This is beautiful Bamenda. So now only we, because of things where they happen, when the fit can't stand for fixed road. When the fit stand fixed road for Yaounde. They don't fix them. I don't tell them say go come for that Palava road Sunday for you because the video there so I up. You say go look at something, you go see there go piece for your clothes. My country people. We will not get no reason for being unevenly yoked with the people the way they say they don't know how to help themselves. They not fit help themselves, they not fit help you, they not fit help me. As I been talk about those contributions, you just say they so na joke where I did joke. Now because they see what really happen with inside the room at them left and right, their head the hot inside. So for that meeting for the 17th, where I told Chimevuna na each year where they make that contribution. The director general of some company called him PDG, the Neptune Oil. Okay, they call Neptune Oil. I go and check on that Neptune Oil. Man, we get that Neptune Oil be connected to Amugu Bellinger, where he be accused saying that he conduct the killing of journalist Martinez Zogo. The Amugu Bellinger, where he be moved with brother a woman. Where he be moved with brother a woman, the current Cameroon ambassador for Ethiopia, for Addis Ababa, will be also ambassador to the African Union, Churchill Monono. Will be movie woman Sarah Etambi. That 300 million, the person paid to the Neptune be connected to Amugu Bellinga. So you understand, say, this contribution, he contribute, you want 300 million. That's the contribution shows where they come. Now people, where they get interest for inside, they give this money and for specific interest. Not because they want the public good, not because they want their own good. We don't get nothing for do with this kind of human beings. You want to give 300 million. The Director General for Afriland First Bank, Paul Kamonye Fokam, when a Bamileke man, of course, he to give 200 million. Afriland First Bank, he give 200 million. Why? You know, say plenty the money that the thief of they transit through Afriland First Bank. Plenty those of them. Alamin Usman May, this man, the minister for finance. I don't know why Motaze, Lupo Motaze. All those were the most of these were the transfer through Afriland First Bank. Now for the pass. So of course, he gave for can shake head. 200 million. Yes, the page of CCA Bank, Caisse Communautaire d'Afrique. E2 100 million. He come up from there, they say the Director General for Congel Cam. Now another American man. Congel Cam, now people that way that they use them for do plenty of the business, but most of those chief ministers for the Republic of Cameroon. Of course, the Oga for Congel Cam, 50 million. The person for Group Sake, Shwongang Eli Sake, Bramikeman, 20 million. I mean, they did plenty, but among them, one of those sisters, they call her Achidi Achu Ya. Julie Ya, Achidi Achu, where she be Director General of Camtel, where they say she don't hand over the independence of Camtel for China, for China Exim Bank. Now even two ways say her, mom must buy a head of 10 million. All this money taken away, they collect them. This money they still come up from government treasury. Transit tools, but they come back for you. So they say they collect 800 million for take fight election. Say make Paul Biya, him go be again. Ayop. Listen, my country people. As I talk, this one I say we get for monitor, minute by minute, what they happen for the other side. Because you see, as we do so now, why that way they want them for southern Cameroons? Like here they want them for northern zone. So they be conducted by Fru Jonathan Mujingni. They go sit say, oh, they don't put themselves together, all them by themselves. They don't contribute 238 million for year for take and do Paul Biya in campaign. I will announce that for year. Say Paul Biya be check say go just play so, but he don't turn look and say, hey, this matter this, so he worry. So he go there on the field. On the 28th of September, I understand say he go there Marwa. And say if he dey say Marwa 3 days. So if he dey Marwa say for 3 days because he look say he dey like think them they dey worry. They like the people, no one catch the CPD again for northern regions of like Republic of Cameroon. And if you don't get northern regions, me say you don't have very badly. Me say don't worry, so they go pass. So now let him go there 3 days. But most importantly, note this: Ego must pass go for Monatele. We don't hear what will happen for Monatele. Why they always go Monatele, right? Because he give for pass go for Monatele, pass go inside River Sanaga. For go do demonic rituals, we don't hear, we sensitive, we will hear them. He own people then talk say the country be governed by the devil and say esoteric forces they make it impossible for roads the way they don't construct and make them whole because they get for destroy for take and fight their president ideology. So where they in the kingdom of darkness. Now darkness they fight darkness. Light not enter inside that kind of place. Country people there for Ambazonia. We not get to belong. We not be ever belong. Now, why that we must continue for resist them all the way to the end. I will take very short break now. When we come back, because people don't talk to me a lot about this Brenda Biya in stuff. I will take time and listen to that 4-minute video very carefully, and I want to take time for do some necessary research before I come. We talk about her. And so for part 2, when I come back from this break, we go chakara all the matter. One time. Maybe we'll go for Manu County. We'll go shake heads more. Okay. Thank you very much. That one at the money can dance, and of course, I'll be very happy for that short trip for Manu County. Now we don't come back right here for studio. We go take time. We go pay some attention to what way Brenda Biya they talk for here. My country people, before we start for play this Brenda Biya video, I want me to mark one important thing. Make I share some information first before we start watching and then we comment. Listen, this girl they raise very pertinent matters. For all the time when it used to come for screen, come just talk, some kind blah 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 thing we no go pay any attention. It doesn't begin. This time, this 4 minutes, this begin it did like he really compose himself. The be determined this time for make a real communication. For this 4 minutes, for the first time, Brenda Biya really take time, he communicate he hard. He talk with the way he done the feel, what he done the go through. He talk with the way he know. And he tell the people them for La Republic du Cameroon the true color of the people with them be his parents. Not just going from the fact say he talk say he disown his parents. Not just going from the fact say he talk say no vote for Paul Biya. Yes, now a high point for president he own Pekin said he own blood Pekin. For Chantal Biya, he first Pekin with Paul Biya, not be the first Pekin we ever born now. For can't talk say no vote for my papa for the next election because by the way me Brenda no go vote for him. He desolidarize himself from all what don't happen and he point out some very important issues where those issues make sense. First, Brenda Biya talks say they do everything for killing. Boom. I don't feel bothered about that one because at least I don't get experience where I did get to interact with people the way they take drugs. Time and the way they fit talk some kind thing them, all that kind thing them. But you look their state, you understand say although this person fit take, but this particular moment where he talk. Maybe not get his faculties at 100%, but the level of his soberness at this time when Brenda Biya talk this thing, I feel put that level of soberness to well over 70%. We mean say I feel consider what the way he talk. Now why I take time for pay careful attention before I come for here, may we discuss them. Brenda Biya talks on one thing. Say in parents they don't sacrifice it. They sacrifice a future. Oh yes, they don't sacrifice it. They don't sacrifice just a future. They don't use it as a sacrifice. Of course, you fit see. For Paul Biya in picking them, especially the way born with Chantal, no one. Brenda Biya, he and Junior, none of them will be anything. Junior now already a full. Brenda Biya be destined only for be as wayward as we see him as he did like that. That's a very key thing way he talk him. Now it say he no understand why we all they want to make it die through overdose. When you say he no say yes, they the way to go die through overdose because no say he take, they no say he love. And since he the love, he go for die na through overdose, or to say na good riddance. But according to the explain for we say that one it be far from waiting, we only we eyes them with the see. They need to see they so the way they use it, they use it. They manhunt, they maltreat in such a way where he come across now like say he no get no true friend, he no get family. Rather they cut links with the Biyas, and so he talk say he life throughout don't be a life of sacrifice. And then he say he no fit imagine say person wey dey call himself say na his papa don't sacrifice a whole nation of people, punish people them, be extremely wicked to people them so much so that he said the brain and not fit bear them. Then he talk about the director for civil cabinet, what they call Mvondo Ayolo. Say he call Mvondo Ayolo, and where he consider, don't consider say the Mvondo Ayolo na his papa or not. From what way Brenda they talk, think that they plenty will be complicated for people for just open their mouths then talk like that, because internal investigations will not be carried out on which will lead this begin to becoming which way he become. We get reports sometimes, and those reports I say journalists we need for investigate those reports further. Although we get to a certain point where we don't begin to give a lot of credibility for that information, and if you are firm for yourself, finally get up to the 100%. But those allegations they become too strong when they make a lot of sense. Say this Brenda Biya, say when we still be a teenager, it will be really abused. And the person will eat the flower, will it take away a womanhood from ye. It will be a director for civil cabinet. That will be ambassador for United Nations. Will be probably a very strong friend. That one said, "We don't die." Will be probably a strong friend, very strong friend. He to become the director of civil cabinet. So say now ye be take away Brenda in womanhood, will he be still be a teenager? And how this thing happen? Why not be ever get no punishment? Why anything not be ever happen? Because na the sex, na the esoteric nature that of the activities where they happen for that country. And so all those things be and men and for deregulate this picking them, and the picking in the open mouth talk. The papa prefer for sacrifice he for use he and his brother as sacrificial lambs for continue for maintain his power. Even person wey craze one time, he sense they come back and he go talk something if he make plenty sense. Maybe we listen to Brenda and then we'll go conclude.
Vous savez, à un moment, c'est assez. À un moment, c'est fatigant. À un moment, ça ne sert même plus à rien de se débattre ou de se battre pour quoi que ce soit. Je viens d'appeler un oncle que je considérais, quelqu'un que j'ai toujours considéré dans ma vie, dans le sens où il a toujours été correct envers moi. Certes, je ne croyais pas que c'était la famille ou qui m'aimait trop, mais il a toujours été correct envers moi. Je viens d'appeler le directeur de cabinet au téléphone. Et vous savez c'est quoi la dernière chose qu'il m'a dit? Tu vas overdoser et tu vas mourir. Donc moi, je suis ici dans ma chambre et je suis ici en Suisse en train de me demander 40 000 choses. Je suis en train de me demander qui est derrière ça, qui essaie de me tuer, pourquoi on veut absolument que je meure d'une overdose, pourquoi on me refuse tout, pourquoi à chaque fois que je demande, je dis je suis suicidaire, je ne suis pas bien ici, je ne veux pas être ici, pourquoi on ne m'écoute pas. La chose la plus difficile, ce n'est pas de se rendre compte que tout le monde veut ta mort, c'est de se rendre compte qu'il n'y a même plus de famille.
So my country people, when you listen to this speaking as it talk, if you be human being, every reason they way, you go stop self your anger, your frustration, your worry, wait away your papa or your parents that they do for try for talk say look, but wait a minute, this one a fellow human being. This thing where they talk so be too pertinent, it be too deep. Because say the only problem for certainly realize say they so that the plan say me you die, the wait say me you take overdose and also you take those drugs, say me you die. He say they for Switzerland, of course, we not say they for Intercontinental Hotel for Switzerland, certainly for a hotel room where they pay over 30-something million for one night, 30-something million, and all of those things. But he say no, they fine for they. You don't understand why they need to listen to what they don't want hear his own side too of what we want to do for himself. Now, kids we can open a place where they sell hair for younger for woman and their head. But you know they for be able to do business freely. No matter what if it say money this and that, you don't get freedom. But it say the one thing we was now for see for suddenly imagine say you don't get family, so you don't get no person for this world. Why Brenda Biya of all? President, he pikin, he go fit sit down talk say he realize say he no get family. Of course, realize say the thing wey matter for a family na power and ever more power. Nobody care about well-being of pikin or this and that, as long as they get for sacrifice them, sacrificing brain, sacrificing everything, take off everything if it be any form of humanity in ye for use and for offer and for continue for get power. That will be more important for them. And when Brenda Biya talk, it remind the people for Southern Cameroon of which you are always talk. You know, if be unevenly yoked with people the way they believe only in esoteric powers, people the way they not believe in the common good, people the way they not even be able for show even love for within their families. You take it they go love you. When you listen to Brenda Biya, you understand why we, despite the fact that people they die inside Southern Cameroon, they don't rape woman them, rape young picking them, kill young picking them, burn old mommy them inside houses, do this and that. Chantal Biya never for one moment, talk a single word of compassion for all that woman where they go through all kind of torture for inside southern Cameroon. Even the one where they run self go to refuge for La République du Cameroon, where they use them all kinds of for street for dollar, they exploit them sexually, they go rent house, landlords they end up cancer if they no give them right for front their master, then they go throw away them out. All that kind of Chantal Biya, we will say that man never ever talks to make even visit the community of those people for sure. Who for their country don't ever care about any of we. If they don't care about themselves, they don't care about you, they don't care about me. My country people, they're for Southern Cameroon. When I talk every day, say this fight will be involved in. Now, an existential fight, I need to exaggerate. And they be clear, very clear, and I never talk a presenter with facts. All we see them. If they begin for the president, we come out, tell when in a video, in a very calm ceremony, never day where they peg their whiskey, talk say, premier shot pour Brisby, deuxième shot pour Brisby, cinquième shot pour Brenda. No! You see, it be lucid. It be really calm. You feel see agony for inside the voice. If tiger fit chop the own very small one, wait till you no go do am for pig e flesh. Can't tell me. Wait till you no go do am for pig e flesh. If they don't feel love themselves, even within their families, if they don't feel care about themselves, if they don't feel care even about the development of their own land, now you and me they can't care for them. Now the development of our own land they can't care for them. My country people for Ambazonia. We get for learn sense. We get for listen to these things. We get for live and make it get the effect, the impact we're supposed to get on you and me. Make we stand up. We continue for stand up for what we believe in. My country people, if you start a venture, now probably this African papa that we used to talk about, African parents. If you start on journey, you go for some site. You see road, the only clean, no obstacle for that road, stop, turn back. No say trap there for before, no say nothing no day. No say that road will go so nothing no day for day. But if you want go obstacle for here, obstacle for the obstacle for that side, obstacle for this side, you know say that place where you go there so correcting the day. They put all those obstacles for discourage you, make you abandon. When they face the vicissitudes, the challenges we face for this liberation movement, they're not being new. Almost every other liberation movement don't face these challenges. People don't interpret, they don't catch, all man, so they catch and lock them, do all this kind of thing for break the people. The national may talk say, missing all Monday against we will go surrender. Country people, surrender not be named for the game. I don't talk for here. Say I sit for this microphone. I talk every day. I know the challenges we always face, but I commit myself, my life, my everything to the will of God. I commit my activism for inside the liberation movement to the will of God. I believe very strongly, say, I get involved with this particular liberation movement by the will of God. Now, why that be possible for me to live my life or come for some people I believe say it be bigger than me, far bigger than me, not be just about me, but about with communities. And so the will of God not only He go prevail over each and every one of you. If God will talk say as a result of this liberation movement, you go end before it happens, you go end. But God also say you go stand, you don't only see the promised land fire, you go be in that promised land, you go enter. Every actor get role we go place they reach for us, where God say, okay, your road don't finish for you, they call you. We get for be strong. We get for stand firm. We get for know how for take adversity as we come, and then we continue constantly for recalibrate, and then we refocus. That's the only way that we will win. Because every other entity before they will face these kind of challenges too. Don't forget, say Nelson Mandela, where by the time one died, he be venerated as one of the greatest men of our times. Time be there where they will call you a terrorist. Time be there where if you be show a head for some side out there too, they for hunt and catch up. They for lock up. So we get for know this. But as much as possible, with all actions, may we put the safety of the civilian population at the center of all our activities. This will be key, this will be fundamental, and this one, now the mantra we will take, we go reach for that freedom we will want. We'll listen again one last moment for Brenda Biya. I will leave it, make it go a bit further so that we'll make and we'll wrap up because we don't know.
Il n'y a plus d'amis, il n'y a rien de tout ça. Littéralement, tout mon entourage veut ma mort et veut que je meure d'une overdose. J'ai entendu le directeur de cabinet dire audiblement au téléphone, tu vas overdoser et tu vas mourir. Et ça, c'est parce que j'ai été sacrifié par ces gens. Donc tous les jours, ils m'ont sacrifié. Ils veulent que je meure, ils me mettent dans la souffrance. Et moi, je suis censé fermer ma gueule. Non. Voilà moi ce que je vais dire. Je ne sais pas qui ça va intéresser. Au bout d'un moment, je n'ai plus rien à foutre. Moi, je coupe les ponts avec tout ça. Je suis désolée, si vous voulez me juger, il n'y a pas de problème. Je coupe les ponts avec mes parents. Parce qu'ils m'ont toute ma vie, ils m'ont fait du mal. Et maintenant, je me rends compte qu'ils veulent me tuer. Je coupe les ponts avec mes parents. Dorénavant, je ne suis plus de la famille. L'argent que vous utilisiez pour me contrôler, je ne prendrai plus un seul sou. Maman, papa, venant de vous. Vous n'avez aucune idée de tout le mal qu'ils m'ont fait. Tout le mal que ces gens m'ont fait et continuent à me faire.
So you see, when you listen to this speaking, you listen to it, you see how it be broken. You see, it be focused. You know, they talk with that distraction for Brenda Biya, the same way you don't take the attitude, you talk so I don't come out that they read. Look the color of the eyes. I like when you take note. Because when they tell you how serious this particular matter is and the state of mind we eat there for the state of your brain and everything, at this point, Brenda Biya not be intoxicated. At this moment when Brenda Biya talk, look the colors for your eyes. Either not they red, either they where it be clearly focused. But you see, it be really constructive as they talk, totally down crest, crestfallen, totally broken, totally everything. It tell them all exactly as he did, and it open him out tell you and me. Say, my papa, that a very, very wicked man, very wicked man. See, he said, don't see the level of torture, the level of pain, the level of misery, the level of dehumanization with the papa, the Paramount people. Of course, the people of Southern Cameroon will know something about this. I don't talk for you, see. If people tell you who they are, believe them the first time. No person there will go give you a true picture of who were these people be past Brenda Biya. Yeah. It be easy they will say, okay, the tongue man will take things so because a mad woman. He always they up and down, but take look. I tell everybody, so I take time. Analyze this video piecemeal before I come for you. Because if you don't take time, analyze a piecemeal, watch them carefully. Some got put them their way. Sorry for still go back for that expression because some brother tell me say, I beg no, you can blast them again. Some got put their way, he go can't tell you this kind of talk you can't hear now. So
man, he is our principal goal scorer. He has always taken us out of very difficult situations. First, because of his immense wisdom. Second, because of his aura and international clout. Those who meet President Paul Biya for the first time are out and bow in reverence, in respect for his profound knowledge. President Paul Biya is a blessing to this country. Cameroonians, we are lucky. We are made because we have Paul Biya, the helm of the state CAF. This
you hear? Now I should get to tell you that one. But when you hear what the way he begins self they tell you, because no worry, tomorrow I should get you can't tell you. Say no, don't listen to Brenda Biya now, she's mad. Eh? Here again.
Donc pour la campagne, vous voulez vraiment savoir qui je vais voter. Je ne voterai pas Paul Biya. Et si j'ai un jour fait du mal ou été une mauvaise personne envers les Camerounais ou envers qui que ce soit, j'en suis désolée. Et je suis vraiment désolée que c'est ma chair, mon sang, ou la personne qui est censée mon père, qui fait souffrir toute une nation depuis des années. Malheureusement.
So here they talk. Okay, say it the pain ye, it feel horrified. For imagine, say na his blood, na his flesh, his papa, they visit a whole nation with pain, with misery, with torture. God, these are very strong words. And I'll tell you, I say, look the posture, look the man, you understand, say, never person this will be mad at this point. No person this will be high. Brenda not be high at this point. Brenda be lucid. No person this will talk out of his senses. Brenda know exactly what he will talk and he mean what he talk at this point in time. Times a day, when God instruct, even devil they obey. So when God don't instruct, say, this one that time for make that true confession. Even that devil that chooses the insert and he get for obey. He get for shift for one corner. For this moment, the begin get for be lucid, for pass this message. Because God talks with you. My people die because of lack of knowledge. And so, when people tell you who will them be, believe them the first time. Don't live in denial. Don't find excuses for them. Because when you find excuses for them, you put yourself on the highway, tomorrow you go back, you start the car, say, where I be no. Then you start say, oh, but they be talk, say, but I say, I be the inside check, say no. They did tell you, they always tell we, they did tell me, they did tell you. But we they prefer for live in denial. And at the end of the day, we'll start blow fingers. We'll start find places and for blame. Wherever we need for blame ourselves. Because they always tell you. But they always know. They always tell you. And why did they tell you? Because they be certain. So we'll not go believe them. But when the time go reach, they will remind you, but of course, I will tell you. And at that time, you get only your eyes in for they cry. That's the plainest truth. So here Brenda Biya tell you, say, if I go vote, you know who I go vote for, one disappointment for tell I say, never Paul Biya. And then you go ahead for talking because it depends if a man they say, now my blood, now my flesh. Don't the exact this kind of pain on the people for years. Country people, we will listen to it 30 more seconds, they will end.
Il fait aussi souffrir les membres de sa famille. Malheureusement, moi aujourd'hui, je n'ai plus de famille. Vous voulez tant que je meurs, vous voulez tant que j'overdose. Ne m'appelez plus et je ne prendrai plus un soin de vous. Pas un centime. Et dès que je peux, je prends mes clics et mes claques et je déménage. Et je ne posterai plus sur les réseaux parce que je dois me reconstruire. En gros, les gens, c'est mes parents qui veulent que je meure d'une overdose.
So, for cut a long story short, Brenda says to tell you, say, it is this only family. It is this father and papa, it is this mother and mama. It is own the entire family. So say, it even talks and say when he go be able to do it, he go lock that door, them dumb those kids, and when he go, I don't need many person find me. My country people, now the same person this way, Dion Ngute them, Fruit Jonathan Mujim them, Peter Mafani Musonga them, Bella Mokichas aka Ngaringa alias the people we don't like, for Tabe Tandu them. In fact, all those Madame Agnes Ndode them, yeah, all them like that, for Callistus Gentry them, Atanga Naponji them, all them, that the person that way they can't stand tell you and me. Same will put trust in it. Now the kind country that way they want say me you and me will continue to be yoked with. Country people. Liberation movement not be a walk in the park. Liberation movement not be a tourist expedition. Liberation movement na an existential fight. Liberation movement is not easy. But history don't teach we. Say no one liberation movement no day where you know end with what the people want. Now often just a matter of time. Especially when it be a concern a situation like one will be a people well known, well defined, recognized under international law. Will be a people with internationally recognized boundaries. Will be a people Again, recently recognized by the African Union Commission on the rights of indigenous people. My people for Ambazonia, we must stand strong. We must remain firm. We must continue to call and encourage each other. And we must continue to fight against any ill way that the one be devil with liberation movement. We must continue to put in every effort for CNC that they ensure the protection of the civilian population. So why would we complain against the fact that they say that the violate we rights, we respect our own rights, we self, especially our rights to life. We give God all the glory. I want to thank everybody we take time off for being part of this broadcast. Share the link as much as you fit. More get as many people as possible. May they be part of this conversation. So I want to thank everyone, thank you all, and to God it be all the glory. I know say today at least we'll give a closing jingle.